Hey everybody, welcome back to the VMPPerformance YouTube channel. In front of me, I have engine parts. What exactly do I have? Well, I've got cylinder heads, freedom sticks, and a new engine block for, guess what? Our 2017 Track Attack Mustang GT car. So it is going to get some much needed upgrades after we tried to blow it up. Not once, not twice, kind of 3 times if you count that time I made 900 rear wheel horsepower on a 93 and Boostane. Yes, Track Attack is finally getting a built engine in it. And some other little stuff's gonna happen that's kind of cool too. It's gonna get the clutch upgraded, and we'll talk to Ben Caller about the transmission. But today, we're gonna talk about what's going in the engine. So, the first thing we have is this beautiful block. I'm gonna cut it open for the first time, because I haven't seen this stuff since it came back from the machine shop. Chris, come here and get the noise. Get the sound of the plastic cutting. Oh, so sweet. All right. Okay, so, ooh, this is nice. This is really nice. Do you see the color of this aluminum right here? Yeah. So this is a 5.2 liter GT350 block, and it's got Manley forged pistons. This is 11.5 to 1 stock compression ratio, 3.7 inch bore, since it is the 5.2 liter block. So, okay, I know everybody that's maybe not real like Mustang specific is probably wondering, is it bored or stroked? Well, a GT350 block with a 5.2 liter displacement is bored. It's a 3.7 inch bore versus the 3.63 bore in the normal Coyote 5 liter engine. I kind of make an estimation with my hand because in 18 the Coyote bore size changed a little bit. So all semantics really. All you need to know, this thing is a 5.2 liter, forged pistons and rods. Track Attack is finally going to have a power plant worthy of the blower that is on top of it. And there's a couple other things that are going in the engine that we're going to like unpack here and talk about, but this is the real deal. This is what's going to go in Track Attack. This is what you're going to see on the dyno. It's nice stuff, but it's like not all that special. It's all off-the-shelf parts and componentry. This is going to end up being like a $10,000 motor, not like a $20 or $30 or $50,000 motor. So very recreatable at home. So come in here. So this is the 5.2 block, and this is one of the differences in the 5.2 block. There's a cast-in support on the intake side. This is where everybody talks about the Coyote failing, and they do the water jacket supports and all that stuff. You know, Track Attack is more of a show car. It's got to make a power number on the dyno, but I'm not real worried about breaking anything. Our blower is extremely efficient. Boost is going to go way down with the changes that we're making to the engine, so I don't really see it being stressful at all. And it really kind of goes to show the world we live in today. Oh, making 1,200 horsepower, it's not stressful at all. But anyways, so they did a real nice job with the deck surface on this block. So when we put an engine together, everything gets square decked, line honed. Basically, the way a block comes from Ford, it's decent, but for our purposes and our power levels, it is not where we want it to be. So decking, squaring, honing everything up makes everything nice and straight and smooth and ready to handle a lot of horsepower. So that's One of the things you're seeing here, very perfect deck surface. This is going to get some MLS head gaskets, and that goes into the next thing. It's going to get head studs. We picked these up from MMR because they offer a 5.2 liter GT350 specific head stud. And of course, whenever you send a block to the machine shop to be honed, you've got to send head studs or head bolts with it so they can torque down the deck plates and simulate what it's going to be like while they're honing it. So that is that part. And let's come over here to the table and see what goodies we got over here. Bring my trusty knife. I'm going to show you these cylinder heads just so there's no questions later on. These are stock as cast cylinder heads. They have not been ported. Oh, I can feel this lip right here, and trust me, I just want to take a sanding roll and just smooth it out, but we are putting just unported cylinder heads on Track Attack. They've been decked perfectly smooth. They've had a, really the only upgrade to these head is a nice radius valve job, which you can't see right here. But yeah, Track Attack, we believe, will make significantly more horsepower than it did on the stock 5-liter Coyote motor without having to go crazy on it. Next thing I've got is some comp Stage 2 NSR cams for a Coyote. You know, if we wanted Track Attack to have an all-out race motor, we could go and put huge cams in it, stiffer springs, bigger valves, all the stuff that we're doing to another motor that you're going to see a video about with my wife, Rebecca. But Track Attack is a daily driver. Okay, it's not really a daily driver, but we do enjoy taking it out to shows and events and kind of daily driving it at those events. So we are not looking for huge, lumpy frickin' cams. We're not looking to make the car obnoxious. It just needs to make a lot of power when it's got the right fuel in it and it's pulleyed for high boost. So to help it do that, we did want to get it breathing a little bit better. And these comp Stage 2 cams, they've got higher lift, a little bit more duration, just a little bit higher lift because they are NSR. The big thing is the duration. That helps the Coyote breathe. It's going to make the motor significantly less restrictive. Now, some people talked about Track Attack making 30 pounds of boost when we did that little stunt at over 1100 rear wheel horsepower. And they said, oh, you know, it's so much boost, and I can't believe the TVS took 30 pounds to make that. Well, here's the first thing. The horsepower peak occurred at 7,200 RPM, where boost was much lower, around 25, 26, maybe 27 pounds. It only spiked to 29 to 30, closer to 8,000 RPMs, where we were just beyond the engine's ability to flow air. When we install these camshafts in the new engine, we're going to see boost drop dramatically. First of all, the cams are going to lower boost 2 to 4 pounds because the engine is just going to breathe that much better. And then boost is going to drop again a couple of pounds because of the larger displacement 5.2 liter. It actually just swallows more air every revolution. So that's actually really good for the supercharger. The lower your boost level and the higher your airflow, the more efficient your supercharger is at compressing and pumping that air. So that's one of kind of the synergistic effects of building an engine for Track Attack that I am super excited about. Just so there's no questions, Chris, come over here. Let's take a look at the intake ports as cast as well. So Track Attack already has the most infamous upgrade for Coyotes, oil pump gears and crank gear, so that'll be getting transferred over to the new motor. Actually, we don't know what we're doing with Track Attack stock motor just yet, so I don't know, we might do something silly like put it in Chucky. That would be implying that we're gonna blow Chucky up. Where is Chucky?
Outside.
You guys pill that thing up to like 200, 250 yet?
We're working our way up there.
Okay, good, good. All right, so maybe Chucky could end up with Track Attack's engine at some point. We'll see. We don't really want to sell Track Attack stock engine to anybody because of what's been done to it. You know, those rods could be a little bit brittle or something at this point. All right, so Track Attack's gonna get the engine pulled out, and this engine's gonna get assembled, dropped in Track Attack. Make sure you keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. We're gonna bring you guys in on the process. 1141 rear wheel horsepower was just not enough. We're not done pushing the VMP Gen 3R, so this engine is gonna go in Track Attack. It's gonna get turned up even more than it already was. Kind of hard to imagine. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to follow this build series on Track Attack and see everything we're doing with it. I will see you guys next time.